Ouds my vrienden, FR hierso. Ek is baie trots oor ons land, kultuur en taal. En as julle mos almal weet, glo ek daarin dat ons eie kultuur en geskiedenis bewaar en beskerm. Deel van ons geskiedenis is ons vuurwapens. En vandag praat ons oor die TAAKMAG of Sap Special, die kort para F1 of R1. Hey guys, FL here. This intro is in Afrikaans for those of you that did not know. In today's video, we are going to look at the DS Arms Kommando, or as I call it, the South African Police Special FAL. Let's get started. You all remember this Easter from the TAAKMAG who prevented a heist. So let's watch a short video again.
And I'm going to take my small 7.62 R1 with. You know it, FN. And just going to load some armor-piercing bullets here to stop the vehicle with. You know, the armor-piercing got a little black tip. These guys are highly trained, as I've said. They use AK-47 rifles. They normally throw a jar or a Molotov cocktail, a petrol bomb on top of the vehicle, and forcing the occupants to climb out. And what they then do is they execute them next to the road. Execution style, put them on their knees and bang them behind the head. So we're dealing with ruthless people over here. Okay, I think that is it right there. I'll fill this one up. Oh yeah. All right, that seems like it's fine. I'm going to just take these two magazines with, and of course the old webbing with a radio, with comms. All my magazines here and my radios in here. Okay, and let's go and see if we can do it. I basically try to pull off that truck and rob them. Yeah. They've got AKs on the back here.
How many times have you doing?
I don't know, I've just come out of that line.
I did a video review on the DS Arms Kommando before. Link in the description below. It was a fixed stock one with the grip up front. And it took me a while to decide to pull the plug and get my own DS Arms Kommando. Let's have a look at my rifle and how I set it up. We have a pair of folding stock because I think pair of folding stocks are the way to go. You can collapse the stock, have the neat little package with the stock folded. We have a regular selector on my side, pistol grip, no crazy trigger guard, nothing fancy. Regular mag release down here, the bolt release on the other side, and we've got the dual mags, as you've seen in the video. We have removed the carry handle. I cut it off because I think carry handle or FALs are just dumb. They don't belong there. Regular handguard, and then obviously the muzzle brake. On the Kommandos, the muzzle brakes are pin and welded to give an overall length of 16.25. The barrel is 14.9 inches long with the muzzle brake pin and welded 16.25. That is because of the US laws. I'm not going to go into it. You can read up to it. Anyhow, this is my setup. And let's have a look how it runs. We're out here at the range, super windy. Let's fire a couple rounds, see how it goes. All right, that mag change was horrible. Anyhow, next up, we're gonna do some double tap drills and just see how fast I can bring the rifle up from a low ready and just shoot. We got the DS Arms polymers mags with us. So yeah, they do run, people. Stop hating. Lock to the rear. One thing I have to say about it, that due to the way the rifle is set up and the solid aluminum stock, it's not the most comfortable FAL to shoot. But hey, at least it looks cool, right? I can completely understand the TAAKMAG or SAPs to have such a short FAL. If they have to hunt zamas in the mines, go into townships, or be out in the rural areas, this package, such a short barrel, is freaking awesome. Not to forget that a 30 round mag in this rifle looks cool. Let's give the trigger a test and see how the trigger is on this Para rifle. Chamber's empty. Let's get a feel for it. It's stiff and then it breaks. Reset. I don't know if you can feel it with me, but this is not a trigger to brag about. It is a mil-spec trigger on FAL. Nothing got smoothed out. It is hefty, but hey, who cares? So let's see how maneuverable this rifle is. I got 3 targets set up. Can't really see them. I will shoot a couple of rounds each, see how I can transition, and I guarantee you, it will do just fine. I can want Sap special mags in it too. Nice carbine. That was it, 1 round per target. Pretty easy, right? And I have to say, it just maneuvers quickly. That was it. Let's get to the conclusion of this rifle. Obviously, this is a sweet rifle. I really have to say that. It runs well. Like as you've seen in the videos before, it's easy to maneuver. Even though it has standard gas system, I think that's a big plus on this thing. It has a recoil, like I feel it. The Para stock is not the most comfortable, but hey, we'll survive, right? Apart from that, it just runs well. Like I can understand it, why the South African police still has these rifles in inventory, just by the way they perform and how maneuverable they are in a tighter space and how much firepower they carry. Obviously, due to US laws, we had to pin and weld this one. Maybe eventually I'll SPR it and throw a can on it and suppress it. But by the way, it wouldn't be the only one. RecoilWeb did an article on it too. Link in the description below as well. They're thinking the same thing. But anyhow, apart from that, I think it is a phenomenally cool firearm that is so simple. Like it does what it needs to do. It packs a lot of punch in such a tight little package. With the South African special mags, I think it just looks really cool and it performs. So overall, this is 10 out of 10 in terms of small FAL that we can own without going the tax stamp route or going the pistol route. I really like it. There'll be a part 2 on this rifle. I will also do a side-by-side comparison of a 16-inch, a full 16-inch. See which one does better, and also between a standard and a short carbine length FAL. But overall, I think I like it. And yeah, definitely also cool for the historical aspects. So baie dankie vir julle se tyd en tot volgende keer weer. Cheers!